Students, in last lectures we have discussed about the encoders and the decoders, and today we are discussing a very important topic in combinational circuits, that is the digital multiplexer. So first of all we will see what is the digital multiplexer, and after that we will discuss the types of multiplexers. So digital multiplexer, and it is also known as MUX. We also say that it is called as MUX. So basically it is a device that is capable of selecting one input out of its multiple input lines and forward it on a common output line, that is known as the multiplexer. It means that we are having so many inputs and we direct it only to a single output. That is basically a multiplexer. So in this you may say this there is the wire connection are very less. There are not too many output lines from where we can get our data. We are having only one output here. So basically it is a combinational digital circuits, and generally it is also known as the data selector. Why it is known as the data selector? Because the output of a digital multiplexer, it doesn't depend upon the input lines. Basically it depends upon the selector lines. So that's why it is also known as the data selector. Now we will see why a multiplexer, it doesn't depend upon the input lines, why it only depends upon the output lines. So further we will see it. So basically a MUX, it has the 2 raised to the power n input lines, that are the also known as the data lines or the input lines, where n is the control signal, or you may say that n is the selector lines, data selector lines. So n is also known as the control signal, it is also known as the data selector, and it has a single output. That is, multiplexer has many inputs and a single output. Now what is the control signal? So basically a control signal, it is used for selecting a data line to be sent as output. Here in this circuit you may see this, we are having 2 raised to the power n input channels, or you may say 2 raised to the power n input lines here. After that we have n control lines or n selector lines. This is also known as the selector lines. Here we are saying it as n control signals. You may say it that it is the n selector lines, and one enable input is also here and a single output is here. So this is basically a circuit in which at input side we are having the input data lines, and these data lines are basically 2 raised to the power n data lines. Here we have the n selector lines or the control signal, and one input is the enable input, and at output side only single output is here. Each input line, that is also known as a channel. So a MUX can have 2 raised to the power n channels depending on the number of control signals n. A MUX having analog channel is known as analog MUX, which is used for analog inputs. Multiplexers are essential in communication equipment for placing many signals onto a single channel using time domain multiplexing TDM, which you will discuss further. So why we use this? Because we want to reduce the number of channels used per user. Multiplexer can be used for generating any logic function. A multiplexer having n control signals or the n selector lines, it can generate any logic function having n plus 1 variables. So now we will see that what are the types of the multiplexers. So basically the types of the most commonly used types of the multiplexers are, the first one is the 2 to 1 multiplexer, in which we have here 2 is representing the input line and 1 is representing the output line. So what will be the selector line? What will be the control signal here? So we have 2 raised to the power n, basically where n is the selector line. So here 2 raised to the power 1. That's why there is the selector line or the control signal, that is 1. Next is the 4 to 1 multiplexer. So 2 raised to the power n, it means 2 raised to the power 2. That's why 4 inputs here and 1 output here. So 2 select lines are here. After that we have 8 to 1 multiplexer. In 8, that is the input lines, data lines, and 1 is the output. So 2 raised to the power 3, that is equal to 8. That's why here the select lines are 3. And in the last we have 16 to 1 multiplexer. Here 2 raised to the power 4, that is equal to 16. So 16 input lines here and the data lines, 16 input or data lines here and 4 select lines here. So that's how we see this, that because we are having the formula 2 raised to the power n data lines, where n is the selector line here. So first of all we will discuss the 2 to 1 multiplexer. 2 to 1 means that this multiplexer has 2 input channels and 1 output. 2 channels mean it has 1 control signal, or it means it has 1 select lines. When the control signal is 0, the first channel is selected, or you may say the first input is selected. And when the second channel is selected, when the control signal or the selector line is 1, then we have the second channel that is selected. How it will be done? We can see this from this figure. Here in this figure you see this, there are the 2 input channels or the 2 input data lines. First one is the D0 and second one is the D1, and there is 1 control signal or the 1 select line, that is S. Here is the output, that is Y, and 1 is the enable input. Always remember this, when enable input is 0, then this circuit will be disabled. Whatever the value you are having at the input channels or the select lines, but if the enable input is 0, then the whole circuit will be disabled. So this enable input, when it is having the value of 0, then all these things are don't care, that if it's high or if this control signal is high, it doesn't matter for us. So if the enable signal is 1, then it means this circuit is operational here. So that's why at that time we see this, what is at the input lines and what is at the control signal or the selector line. So this is mentioning here. There is also an enable bit used for enabling or disabling the circuit. When enable is high, mux is enabled, and when the enable pin is low, the mux is disabled. From this high and low, it means that high means 1 and low means 0. So here is the truth table of this. So let's consider that D0 and D1 as the inputs, or you may say data channel, and S as the control signal or the selector line, and Y as the output. So truth table for 2 to 1 mux is this. Here you see, when the enable input is 0, then D0, D1 and S, it's the don't care, because Y will always be 0, output will always be 0 when enable is 0. So it doesn't matter for us that D0 is 1, D1 is 1, S is 1. If enable is 0, then the output is always 0. Now in next case, enable is 1, and here you see select line is, at the select line there is 0. Then it means at output we will get D0 input line. That's why when this is 0, then output will be D0. So it means from this truth table you may see this, the output depends upon the select line, that this select line, what input will be considered by this select line. So when this will be 0, then D0 input will be sent at the output. That's why I said before that the output of mux, it doesn't depend upon the input of the mux, it only depends upon the select line. It doesn't matter that what is at the input side. So in the next combination you see this, enable input is 1, and again D0 and D1 don't care, but when select line is 1, S is 1, then D1 input will be forwarded to the output. So at output we will get the D1. So this is the 2 to 1 multiplexer truth table. Now from this truth table we will get the Boolean expression from here. So by solving it we get that y is equal to s complement d naught plus s d1. How we get it? We get it from this. Y is equal to d naught s complement plus d1 s, and that is written here. You see this. So we get it here. Now when we implement it by using the gates, and here we will use the AND gate, NOT gate and OR gate, then you see this. At 1 there is, we are having s complement d naught. So here this is the s, and at this AND gate we get the s complement, and d naught is here and the enable input is 1. So there is the output of it. And at the other AND gate we have d1 and s, means here s d1, and both are then going to the OR gate, and that's how we get our output of y. So next is an assignment for you in which you have to implement a half adder by using 2 to 1 multiplexer, and this assignment will be submitted in the first question answer session. So you will have to submit it in that. Next we will discuss the 4 to 1 multiplexer. In 4 to 1 multiplexer, the input is the 4 input lines here, or 4 data lines here, or 4 channels here, and the 1 output is here. And from here we see this, that the select lines are 2. And let's suppose we are having the d0, d1, d2 and d3 as the input data lines, and s1 and s0 as the output data, as the select lines, and the output is y. So when the enable input is 0, then there may be any value of input, and the select line, the output will always be 0. Now in the other all combinations the enable input is 1. So when the select lines are 0, 0, then at output we will get d0. When the select line is 0, 1, then at output we will get the d1. When select line is 1, 0, then at output we will get d2, and when select line is 1, 1, then at output we will get the d3. So that's how this is the truth table of 4 to 1 multiplexer, and when we will solve it for the Boolean expression, then the output will become y is equal to s1 complement s0 complement d0 plus s1 complement s0 d1 plus s1 s0 complement d2 plus s1 s0 d3. And when we will implement it, then we will get this type of circuit, and this circuit is implemented only by using AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate. So this is basically the 4 to 1 multiplexer implementation. Now we can implement the 4 to 1 multiplexer by using the 2 to 1 mux, and in this we will see that how many muxes we will use. So first of all we will see that there are basically the two configuration when we have to implement 4 to 1 multiplexer using the 2 to 1 mux. So in the first configuration we uses 3 2 to 1 mux in specific configuration, and it is shown in this figure. Here you see this, we are having 2 to 1 multiplexer here, then 2 to 1 multiplexer here, and then 2 to 1 multiplexer here. In this case the first multiplexer is having the 2 inputs d0 and d1, and the 1 output is here, and the 1 select line is here, and here again d2 and d3, 2 input data lines are here, and 1 select line is for both of them, and that is the s0. The output of these two muxes will become the input of the third one multiplexer, and here we will have the select line s1, and after that we will get the output y. So this is, in this case we have used the 3 2 to 1 mux. So in the second configuration we uses 2 muxes, that is the 2 to 1 mux, and the number of these 2 to 1 multiplexers are 2, but it uses the enable pins for the individual mux in order to enable or disable that. So in this case, it uses the enable pin of individual muxes as the second control signal S1. So the diagram from this, you may see this. There is the one D0 and D1 input, one select line, that is the S0, and the other select line is S1, and that is also the enable input. That has been mentioned here. And in the next, here you see this S1. At this mux we are getting the implement of S1, and from here you see this in the second mux we are having D2 and D3, and the direct S0 is here and the S1 is here, and after that both are going to the OR gate, and that's how we will get our output here. So there is also an assignment for you in which you have to implement a logic function using 4 to 1 mux. In this I have not specified that what logic function, it's up to you. You may choose any logic function and then implement it by using 4x1 mux. Now we will see the applications of multiplexer, and in this we have also discussed in the very few slides in which some uses of multiplexers have been discussed, but some common are used as follows. That multiplexers are used in data routing application to route the data in sequence and particular directions well as destination as a single output from several input signals. It is used as logic function generator, where logical expression, that is the Boolean algebraic functions, can be generated instead of the logic gates. Mux can also be used to convert the parallel data in the serial data. Parallel to serial conversion is needed in measurements, testing, military, aerospace data communication, and the telecommunication. In communication system, a multiplexer is used to increase the efficiency of the communication system, that is the audio and the video signal from different channels in cables and wires in transmission systems and the communication network systems. In telephone network, multiplexers can be used to isolate the multiple audio signals, and the single audio signal can be reached to the desired receptor. In computer memory, multiplexers has been used to maintain large amount of data as well as reduce the number of copper lines needed to connect the computer memory to the other parts of the system. It is also used to transmit the data signals from the computer system of a satellite or the spacecraft to the ground system by using a GSM, that is the Global System for Mobile Communication, and GPS, that is the Global Positioning System satellite. And the multiplexers that are also used in waveform generator, pulse train generator, register to register data transfer, control sequence, and encoders, etc. So this was all about the digital multiplexers, in which we have seen the different types of the multiplexers. So one also main topic is left from this, that is the implementation of any Boolean expression by using the mux. In the next lecture, inshallah, we will discuss that. So for today's lecture it was all about the digital multiplexer, and regarding this, if you have any question, then you can discuss it with me in the question answer session. Thank you.